it's a dream come true for me. After I retired that 1 year, I just thought, well, you ain't ever gonna get one. And the job came up with Macon, and it's just been, it's been a blessing to be there. The good Lord has been with this team all year long. We stuck together the whole year, and I wish I could explain the emotions I feel right now to y'all. It's one of the greatest feelings in the world I've had so far. It is the greatest feeling I've had in coaching, and my team is the one that deserves all the credit, because whatever we tried to do, they did their best to do it. I will admit that. Our defense today was unbelievable.
Coach, they had that segment in the second quarter where they go on the 10-0 run to start it. Your girls come out of a timeout and completely adjust to it. You get the game tied back up. Was that sequence there a key testament to the resiliency of this group?
Yes, we were messing up on. We were always switch all screens, except with Saranda. I don't know. We wasn't doing switch in or either one, and we're leaving people wide open. And I tell you, if you leave them open, they're going to make them. But we made those corrections, and at halftime we even did a little bit more stuff. And from that point on, we did a really good job of shutting them down and getting to the point. We also kept them from getting to the rim, which was a big thing too. And I think the turning point in the game is when Taylor, bless her heart, when she made that three in the corner, because we hadn't made a one, and I mean that just opened everything up. And when Jalen made one, everybody went nuts because he had a little problem. So.
And Saranda.
Yeah.
Oh boy, yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah. People are really. She's usually good for one a game, stepping it because they won't guard her, and she can make them.
So in the first half, Abby and Jalen were getting to the rim, all the way to the rim a lot, and there wasn't a lot of kicks, kick-outs as a result. They seemed like they were kind of more conscious of that in the second half, tried to limit that, and obviously Saranda knocks down a big one. You knocked down two in the third quarter. Did you guys talk about that? Did y'all know that eventually it would open up, eventually that would happen, that opportunity would come, and you'd have to knock something out?
We talked about it during one of our timeouts, that if we just keep driving, that they would eventually collapse on them, and I would be open for the kick out, or Saranda as well.
They did a good job adjusting to what we like to do when we drive, and that's dumping to our post player. They left somebody there, but they were leaving the shooters in the corner open, and we just had to get better vision than we did. Jalen and Abby both, they did a great job getting it to them when they should have got it.
Ladies, a year ago you guys were the favorite to win this thing, and you didn't get a chance to prove that. A year later, what does it mean to be in this room having the gold ball? I'm assuming in the locker room. But,
oh yeah.
What does it mean to win a gold ball a year after the way last year ended? And you want to start with Jalen with you?
It means so much to us, and especially everybody underestimated us this year, so it just made it a lot better.
I wasn't a part of the team last year, but it means so much to be able to bring it back and just honor the seniors that didn't get a chance to play in that game last year.
That was our main goal from the start, was to bring home the gold ball, because we knew that last year we didn't get to finish the state tournament, and we knew we had a really good chance. But this year it means so much to us that we finally get to bring one home, and that we haven't, that we've always gotten this silver balls at home, and that we just know that we have that. And a lot of people, like Jalen said, a lot of people underestimated us this year and that didn't think that we would ever get back here, but we did, and I'm glad to prove them wrong.
I just agree with all them. It's been really awesome, and I'm super happy that we get to bring home the first gold ball in Macon County, and it's really awesome to be a part of an amazing team and an amazing group of girls.
And Coach, for you, I mean, I remember a year ago, it was a tough thing for you to swallow that the tournament was canceled, and everyone thought you guys were the team, and for you to come back and different players stepping up. I mean, you lost some great seniors. I mean, it's got to be extra special of the hurt y'all felt last year with the joy you feel now.
If you remember, you asked me the question, what if the tournament were to be called off, and I told you that I'd probably commit suicide. Well, they kept me on suicide watch for 6 months, by the way. Last year, I just decided, of course, we didn't get to be together in the summer or at all, but now I want to say something to our Board of Education and our Director of Schools. We've been in school. And I'm telling you, I've coached too long. If they go to class and they go to school, they play better basketball. Now, I'm telling you, that virtual stuff, they need to throw that away. It's not working.
Abby, do you think it's a big difference knowing you're coming here to win a gold ball rather than just being glad to be here? I know your coach has said that a couple of times, but tell me if you think that it makes a decided difference in how you play if you're singularly focused on one thing.
Yes, sir. That was our goal. Again, like that. This tournament, we came here. Once we got here, we knew that was our goal. That's what we were coming here to get, and that we had to play every single second of every single game. Like, don't let up till the buzzer ends, the final buzzer. I told our girls out here, like, we had 30-something seconds left. We were up by like 10, I think. I said, do not quit playing till that final buzzer goes off, because that's what we want to bring home is that gold ball, and we are.
Coach, you obviously played such a difficult district schedule, but out of the district this year, you played Innsworth. You played some tough teams, didn't win all those games. How important, though, was it to play some tough competition before getting here so that you're prepared for this moment?
Well, you've been around us quite a bit. You know our schedule's like that every year. We try to play the best possible schedule that we can, and to be successful. These guys here, they've been to we went to Arizona and played, and we were going to go to Greenville this year. Of course, play the big tournament that was there, and we any of those classics that are big. We go, and we go to camps in the summer. You know, you either play the best competition, you play the next best, or level. We have every time. I told her we want to play the best ones over there, because in the summertime, I have never had anybody to ask me what my record was in the summertime on what was going on. But yeah, the quality. We're ready for a lot of these situations out here. I guess most of you guys noticed when we spread the floor and all. We know exactly if they go double for more, we know where to be. Listen, we practice that stuff a lot, and I guess it's pretty obvious because we didn't turn over time tonight, I don't think, and we might have missed two free. Jacob missed one. I like to faint it. I was really shocked. So.
Randa, I think everybody kind of looks at you guys, and they, from an offensive standpoint, they look at Jalen obviously and Abby and know that they kind of make you guys go a little bit offensively. About the last 4 games, I feel like you and Taylor have both stepped up, not just offensively, but with your whole game. Did anything click at any point in the postseason to kind of just help your level of play pick up a little bit? Because it seems like it's been just really good the last week and a half.
Well, we knew that it was coming closer to the end of the district, and we knew that we had to kick it in gear because, you lose, you go home, and we didn't want to go home, so we just kicked it into gear, both of us, and we just knew what we had to do, and we knew what we had to bring to the team in order to win, and so that's what we've done, and I feel like we both added on a lot to the wins.
I do want to say my coaching staff has done an unbelievable job. Not just this week, all the time. But now listen, we've been burning the midnight oil. We had 5 films on Grainger. Listen, we watched them all, and we watched them individually. Coach Proctor, coach our junior high team, who's Jalen's grandpa, and he's part of this. But Jamie Ashburn, who played for us last year, hey, she'll make a great coach. I've told her that forever. She was a big help this week. But my 2 assistants, Tara Pryor and Kaylin. I mean, Kaylin's had a baby during the middle of the season, and we still won a gold ball. She was always part of it, though. I mean, she had to do it from home, but believe you me, those 2 and all of them were just a great part of it because we had every team figured out. Because if we didn't get it done, we knew what they were going to do. I will admit that.
Coach, you kind of touched on this a moment ago. Obviously, you had a wonderful career at Red Blunt Springs. But what does it mean to you to win a state championship at the school where you attended high school and graduated from?
Oh, it's great, but I will tell you, if I was playing at Hartsville and we won a state championship, I'd be tickled to death. But it is sweet getting it for my alma mater. You know how it is with my wife. If you can turn my wife, Jeannie White, blue and white, you have really. And she's done that. She did that, and that was that was a hard thing for her to do.
What's that mean? I don't know the story on that. Tell me.
My wife, she played basketball at Red Blunt Springs, went state tournament, New York, comes to all of them, and the Macon job came open like after we'd been married probably, 15 years, and I hadn't said a word about any job or nothing. I walk in the house, she's sitting there like this. And I said, what's wrong? She said, I'll tell you one thing, if you take that Macon County job, I'm divorcing you. And that ended, so that, you understand now? Yeah, and my son is on, he's just fixing to be in kindergarten, and he's sitting on the steps up there, and he said, boy, Mom even said a dirty word, Dad, and you better listen. So that's the story, and then, of course, the year I retired was awful, and I told y'all yesterday, that she's waiting for me, and she said, I don't care where you get a job, it's Macon County, I don't care, you get a job, I can't stand to live with you, and nobody wants to be around you, so. I've told many times, I'm afraid that coaching basketball, just like being on dope, you can't live without it.
Jalen, you guys were obviously having success inside in the first half, but the three ball wasn't falling. What was going through your head trying to get that shot to fall? Were there any thoughts of, am I gonna get one in this game? And then finally you got the one in the fourth.
Well, it got us down a little bit, I think, because we're used to making threes. But we came out at halftime and we were shooting a lot, and Coach Fryer and Coach Thompson, they were all like encouraging us, and so we knew when we came out that one would eventually fall.
And Coach, along those lines, what's going through your head? Because obviously she can shoot the lights out of a building, your whole team can, when they're just not falling at that point.
I had all the confidence in the world. Early in the year, before the season starts, we're practicing. Man, she's just making, I mean, all these shots. We're doing all these drills, she's making all these shots. So I told my assistants, I said, I'm going to count them. Whole practice, she missed 5. I mean, all the drills we did, she missed 5. But, and she was, the night we played Clark Range is as good a one-man show we've had in a long time. Lamar Rogers has told me the best any guard has ever played against him for one game. And did you get 32 that night, I think, something like that? Yeah, it was a great game. But she confidence, But we was missing them, and can't say, it was kind of agony, you know what I mean? But she stepped up when we had to. But we had this little midget over here getting the job done, and the rest of them too.
Jalen, I had a conversation with your dad at Sonic. We were eating lunch, and he asked me about the district, and we were talking about it. He said, "Oh no, we can hang with everybody. We're going to be back." And I immediately said, "Are you sure?" And he was no. But was that a testament to just everybody around this program's belief that you guys were going to be back here this year?
I feel like a lot of people doubted us, just like a bunch of people probably in our community did, just because they're used to seeing like Keely and Jamie and Mara and all them and KK being out there, and losing all of those was like big pieces. But once we started getting going, I think their confidence in us grew, and then we kind of went through that dry spell, and they kind of went back, well, I don't know if they'll make it, and then we kind of really picked it back up.
Coach, were your seniors from last year, were they here? I mean, obviously, you said you have one on staff, but
Jamie was on the bench. I don't know about the, Keely was here yesterday, I know, because she came to me. I don't know about we had a few people from Macon County here, if you noticed. I didn't see them.
Coach, in coaching your whole life,
Correct.
you, 2 years ago, I think you lose in overtime. Last year, you're the favorite in a pandemic hits. At one point, do you ever doubt, like, am I ever going to win the state title? And did that mean anything to you? Is that motivated you? I mean, was it a big goal of one day being a championship coach?
Yes, because I'd done just about everything else in the realm of coaching I had. But anybody that asked me, after everything was over and we get back in school, I mean, the community, these guys, I'm telling you, they're a bunch of rock stars everywhere they go. They hardly ever pay for a meal. But the community, people come, what do you think? Y'all not going to be near as good? I said, we're going to be good. Oh, we're going to be good. You wait and see. I mean, when you got the kind of guards we have and got the people to step in, Emily and Taylor were on my red bowling teams. I told you yesterday that have started every game for 4 years. And of course, these two have started for 4 years, and really Saranda has, because at our other school, she started as a freshman and a sophomore. So we had tons there's nothing like experience, but there's nothing like experience here. I mean, I don't care what anything you say, when you have been here, because there's a lot of stuff that's going on, hoopla. Like, for an example, today, we knew not to go back on the floor during the TV timeouts, if you notice, Grainger was out there standing around a long time, and we knew that all we had to do was wait for the horn. And look, I didn't know if we had enough left in the tank after last night and the night before, because we had to play tremendously, tremendously hard to get here. Not that we don't try to do that all the time, but I mean, he had to almost get to another level. And but I just, I really did. I thought we had a chance to do this, and I tell you, I've been on my knees a lot of times, and he's really blessed me well, and I'm glad that we did finally get here. Maybe if I'd have lived a better life, I'd have got more. I don't know.
Taylor, how tough was it, just the turnarounds? I mean, you guys played Thursday morning, you turn right back around and you got to prepare quickly. Is it an even quicker turnaround from yesterday to today? How tough is that? I mean, just trying to get a grasp of your opponent, knowing what you want to do from a defensive standpoint to limit them, just all that type of thing. I mean, both, not just physically, but mentally as well. How tough is that?
It's been tough, but I think we were in good condition coming in here. In practice, we get a lot of running in, and I just felt well rested the whole time we were here.
Tell them what we did last night.
Oh, she didn't do it.
I didn't
Oh,
do it.
No.
Pretty sorry. I didn't know that.
No, we all had to do it. Me, Emily, Serena, and Jalen took freezing cold ice baths, I can tell you.
We had ice bath to help her legs. I mean, they're great.
You and who?
Me, Jalen, Emily, and Serena. Taylor didn't.
That is-
We had to
Ta-
go
It
for
was
legs
pretty
out.
funny to watch.
Taylor Ward can run forever. She runs cross country. She's on the track team. Listen, I promise you, we can go right here right now and she can run 5 miles and never miss a beat.
Taylor, my question is, you're a very polite, quiet young lady. What happened? The last 3 games, I think you've played more aggressive than I've seen you all season long. Same question Craig basically gave to Saranda. Did the light just go on, or what happened?
I wanted it more than anything, and I knew that the other seniors and everyone on the team did, and I knew I had to step up so that we could have this.
Coach, the experience factor you brought up. A couple of years ago, you had that double overtime game, so you were here and you came out on the wrong end. When it's tied into that third quarter, was the experience of that game, how valuable was it here to know, you've been in a close game here, you know what some of the mistakes can be and what some of the victories can be?
Yeah, we really think we won that game anyway. Yeah, we don't talk about that game much. But I do want, after we lost, of course, Abby was put into the worst situation, in my opinion, in the world. Rick Enzel sent me a text. He said, Larry, your team will have great things, and it will happen before Abby Shoulders leaves. I've never told her that either. And I guess he must be a prophet, you know what I mean? He's a good friend, and he's a great basketball coach, and he said, Larry, they work too hard. You'll get what you want.
Larry, I'm kind of new, I haven't followed your team much, but with Abby and Jalen scoring all your points until like 3 minutes or so left in the third quarter, how normal was that for you, and did that make you feel uncomfortable at all that they were carrying it? Were you confident they'd, that was okay?
Yeah, we addressed that at halftime. That was one of the things. I said, hey, guys, we only got 2 people to score. They're going to start putting 2 on each one of them here in a minute. And look, our other player, our kind of, I guess you would say, role player. Serena's not a role player. She's a D player because of her defensive efforts. By the way, she leads the state in charges, Max Prep says. We didn't think we was going to get any. That was the thing we talked about, too, at halftime. Because they were driving, we thought Serena could take some charge, and when she took 2 or 3 right back to back, that was a big turning point in the game. But no, yes, these 2 are the 2 leading scorers, the only ones averaging double figures. But these others are at 6, 8, 10, 7 rebounds. It's all a contributing thing. And the one thing that all of our team can do, we can guard you. I mean, we're defensively, we can really guard you, and we've stepped that level up in tournaments because we went to matchup zone some and all this. But now down here, we just had to do one. We had to get down and dirty, and that's what we did. I thought the only way for us to win today against Grainger, we had to get up in them because they are a great 3-point shooting team, and we screwed up some in the first half. But we got that straightened out at halftime, and it turned out great. But yes.
But what does that say about those 2 to be able to keep you guys in it for that long? I know you were guarding until some other players could turn it on. What's that say about your top two scorers?
But they're real good. I mean, they are. I have all the confidence. What about, all right, shoes on, maybe 5'1". We tell everybody she's 5'2", but I don't know. But what about getting to the rim today? I mean, she's getting there every time, you know, and just finishing. I know that girl was dirty. God, that little old gnat's killing me. I know. But she was really getting to the rim and finishing every time. The good thing about us getting to the rim, and what Rangers want to, I mean, Jalen, she's 91% at the foul line, and I'm gonna say, but now Abby's probably close to, she was about 84 and only missed maybe one over here. She's close to probably 88 now. Taylor here shoots 76, and we won't talk about surrender. So,
It's better now.
yeah, it's got better. It looks a lot better. I mean, if I'd have had her all the time, she'd been fine too. So.
Jalen, what does it mean for you to, one, to go out senior year with a title, and go back to thinking of the last year, but two, you know, your coach has been in this for a very, very long time. I'll put it but a very long time.
Amen.
To win it with him and see him win his first title, and for you to go out with the state title, what does that mean for you to kind of? I mean, it's a good transition into playing here next year.
Oh, it means so much getting to end my high school career on a win and just going out and playing it with the best team. I love playing with all of them. We're all like really close. Like every night in the hotel, we were all staying in each other's rooms, just talking, but we were all good together, and it just means so much to me.
I'm really expecting him to like start dancing on the court or something. Halfway through.
Abby, you know, you're coming here as well to play softball, and your play over the last 3 days was at such a high level. How important was it for you here into your last basketball stand to go out on top?
It meant so much to me, especially since I don't ever get to put on a basketball jersey again. And I love basketball. Basketball has been a huge part of me in high school. It's like high school changed basketball for me. I love basketball. But even though I am going for softball, like I knew I had at most 3 more games left, and that I knew I had to play my heart out because I didn't know what game could be my last. And today I just tried to go out, play my hardest, leave nothing out there on the court, just give it all I had and just try to go win for me and my team. And I love playing with these girls. They make it so much more fun.
Abby, when you think about this season, what will you, obviously you'll think about the gold ball, but what will you remember about this season?
The girls, especially, like just getting to play with them, because we're a team, we're a family out there, and it just means so much that we get to, I have that bond with them, and especially like out there on the court, we have that bond also.
Reagan women's basketball, how much of an honor though was it to be a finalist, and I mean, is there a little bit of consolation in the fact that you're the state tournament most valuable player?
Oh, I would definitely take
Amen.
MVP over men's basketball any day, Louis. But yeah, great, congrats to her. But it hurts a little bit, but having the MVP means so much more to me.
Gotcha.
That gold ball trophy is pretty too, right?
Yeah, it's a lot prettier.
Something nobody else has done.
Yep, first one.
Jalen, this has been 5 years, of course. You've been a part of the last 4 that have been here, and this group of 5 senior starters was kind of the last of that guard that someone has been here that entire time. How important was it for you guys to cap this 5-year stretch? Hey, they could come back next year, but for you to cap this 5-year stretch by getting it done with the gold ball?
We showed everyone that it is possible, and that working together and stepping it up on defense means so much in a game. I think personally that our defense changes the whole atmosphere of the game for us, and it helps us play better.
And Soranda, I asked your coach about this yesterday, but in your district, you play a lot of teams that play that high-pressure defense, and some teams try to go against you with it, and it didn't work out. Did you guys feel very prepared to handle any type of defense you see because of the teams you've already played?
Yeah, we practiced against any defense that they would throw against us, so we knew how to react to any defense that they threw, and we just went out there and we did amazing against anyone that they did.
Abby, I don't know if you guys have talked about this, but you know, the seniors last year, those 4, they didn't get a chance to finish it, obviously, you know. You guys winning it, is there a little part of you guys that feels like you did it for them too? Does that make sense?
Yeah, we even sent Miss Bev took a video of us saying like, "Thank you, seniors. Like this is for you too." Like, even I was it was heartbreaking last year that we didn't get to finish the season because we knew like we had a really good chance of winning it, and then I just wish we could finish it out with them and have one last or 2 more games at least with them.
I mentioned this yesterday, our senior class of last year won 117 games. This group today, they won 118.
Larry, a lot of coaches are kind of dressing down now because of quarantines and stuff. I've heard earlier in the week you had on a nice white suit.
I did.
And you look sharp today.
Thank you.
You ever plan on taking the,
Okay,
you always gonna dress sharp or what?
there's a good story behind that too. All right, I had the first, I don't know, 3 or 4 games, I had dressed like always, coat and tie, I feel like, and then I see, all the college coaches, they've told them to dress down, and then I get word that G. Manise had said, I think the high school coaches could do that. Well, so don't get me wrong, I've got a bunch of coaching gear and all. I've got it on the first game, and man, here comes Jalen. Where's your suit? I said, well, they told us to dress down and all this kind of stuff. Well, when we lost at York, we threw that stuff away and we went back to dressing like this, and things have been better, tremendously better.
You always kind of wonder like what it's going to be like to win a state championship. You know now. Does it feel as good as you thought it would?
A lot better.
Coach, is it for you, is it the same, you're a state championship coach now?
Yes.
Does it feel any different? Does it feel like, at all, has it hit?
I'll be glad to get with some of these coaches. They're always, if we've got several around, Enzel and Leslie, and all these, Dana McWilliams and all these people, they'll be talking, how many gold balls you got? Go balls. And I'm just sitting over there, we got a silver ball, and now I'll be able to say, hey, I got one of those gold balls now too. That'll be really sweet. It really will. But
Is there something validating about that? Because you had done everything that can be possibly done in coaching, but now to have that championship, is it a validating feeling?
I think so. But I'm not going to quit. I'm not. There's a lot of talk about that. My grandson, he's still in high school, just a freshman. I'm going to be at the games, and I still love to coach. And they can tell you, and I know, listen, we're all having fun here today, but now, everybody, when practice time comes, it's all business. And it shows, you got to practice. Your practices have got to be harder than it is in the game. And I think every one of them will adjust to that. Everything we do is time. They got to be so many. If you don't get it, we're the greatest motivator in the world. Run it.
So there's no thoughts of saying, hey, it's time now to retire after, and if so, the championship drives you, now you want, is it now the drive for 2?
You're darn right. And here's the thing, it's gonna be a real challenge. We've got 5 seniors, but we have a great 8th grade freshman class coming in, and we also have a great 6th grade group. But now look, I don't know if I would be there long enough for the 6th graders. But as long as my health stays good, and it has, these guys, they make me young, I promise you. You can ask them, I never miss practice. I'm there every time. Jalen's her and Jenna Russell, who play for me, the only 2 people I've ever coached against that they beat me to the gym. I'm serious. She's always there before me. Abby most of the time too. That's quite a testament. These girls, they live in the gym. I'm telling you, they're gym rats.
What are you now, 66?
I know. I'm 68 and I'll be 69 in July the 9th, good Lord willing.
Wind totals are climbing, they just
Yeah.
climbing, right?
And I'm telling you what's fixing to happen. I'm gonna be hitting that little white ball a bunch here after this, and it's gonna be a lot of fun.
So how many years have you been a high school head coach?
42,
42?
Yes.
Total coaching,
45.
45.
Because I coached junior high at Red Bowling Springs for 3 years, and then I took over the program over there.
How
And
many years was it at RBS
how long?
as a head coach? How many years was it there?
It was 30, for the high school, 35, I believe I'm
35,
correct.
okay.
Yeah, and listen, those are hard days. At Red Bowling Springs, while I was there, Kit Smith, who's one of my best friends, coaching boys for years, and then he became assistant to me. We figured it up. The years that I was at Red Bowling Springs, we averaged 180 students, 9 through 12. Now, let me tell you something, that's a whole lot different than Macon County when you got 960, you got more, you know, at Red Bull, if we had 2 players, oh, we're gonna be really good. I'm telling you, because we can fill the other, to fill them in, you know, on what's going on.
Jalen, the Macon mob, you played on a lot of different teams and obviously the student section. What does that do for you? They were, of course, in full force again today. What kind of a difference does that kind of crowd have for you?
Oh, it helps us tremendously, just especially like in our home gym. They helped us stay on top of everything, and just our energy was always up, and having them all come here just means a lot to us.